The Voynich Manuscript, named after the bookseller Wilfrid Voynich, was discovered in 1912 in a Jesuit library in Italy. Voynich, a Polish-American antiquarian, stumbled upon the manuscript while investigating rare books for his collection. The manuscript was a curious object, an ancient book bound in leather with unusual illustrations, an unfamiliar language, and cryptic symbols that seemed to have no match in known languages. But it wasn't just the strange script that piqued Voynich's curiosity, it was the very fact that no one had ever seen anything like it before. Despite numerous attempts to identify the text, it was clear that the manuscript was like no other. It defied any attempts at translation or classification. No one knew where it came from or who wrote it. Voynich purchased the manuscript, and it wasn't long before it became a subject of deep intrigue. He believed that the manuscript was an invaluable treasure, possibly linked to the alchemical tradition or even to lost knowledge from ancient civilizations. His passion for the manuscript grew, but little did he know that it would become one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. The contents of the Voynich manuscript are as mysterious as its origins. The book consists of around 240 pages, with many more suspected to have been lost over time. The manuscript is divided into several sections, each with a different theme. It is written in an entirely unknown script. No alphabet, language, or cipher known to humanity seems to match. Let's break down the main sections. The herbal section. This part of the manuscript contains illustrations of plants that appear to be either unknown or altered in some way. Some of the plants seem to resemble known species, but none match exactly. There are no names or descriptions in any recognizable language, only strange symbols and text. The astronomical section. Here, the manuscript features strange diagrams that some scholars believe relate to astronomy and the stars. There are illustrations of suns, moons, and stars, along with complex charts that might represent the alignment of celestial bodies. These diagrams may point to some kind of astrological or astronomical system, but no one can make definitive sense of them. The biological section. The manuscript also contains bizarre drawings of human and animal-like figures, some of which seem to be performing medical or alchemical tasks. The strange symbols that accompany these images have sparked many theories, some even suggesting that the manuscript's creator was trying to communicate a coded medical or biological discovery. The pharmaceutical section. This section appears to contain recipes, potions, or remedies written in an unidentifiable script. Some believe that these recipes could offer insight into the alchemical and medicinal knowledge of the time. But again, the language remains unreadable. Despite years of research, no scholar has been able to conclusively identify the text or its meaning. Some believe the manuscript could hold the secrets to alchemy, herbal medicine, or lost knowledge from a forgotten civilization. From the moment Wilfrid Voynich acquired the manuscript, experts from all corners of the world began attempting to decode its strange language. Over the years, linguists, cryptographers, and mathematicians have all tried to crack the code of the Voynich manuscript, but so far, no one has succeeded. One of the earliest theories was that the manuscript was written in a lost language, perhaps an ancient tongue that had been forgotten by time. Some scholars believe that it could be an ancient form of Hebrew, Greek, or Latin, or even a mix of languages used in medieval alchemy. However, no matching structure was ever found. Cryptographers also believe the manuscript might be the work of a clever hoax. In the early 20th century, a famous cryptographer named William Friedman took up the challenge of deciphering the manuscript. Friedman, along with his colleagues at the U.S. Army's cryptographic department, spent years analyzing the text. They found that the manuscript did not appear to contain any simple cipher or code. The patterns in the text were highly irregular and did not match the structure of any known cipher. Some experts even suggested that it might be an elaborate hoax, a meaningless collection of symbols designed to trick the reader. However, as research into the manuscript continued, it became increasingly clear that the Voynich manuscript was far more complex than any simple hoax. The illustrations, the complexity of the text, and the apparent consistency of the writing made it unlikely that the manuscript was a mere fraud. While the manuscript's language remains unsolved, its origins continue to spark debate. Where did it come from and who wrote it? Some of the leading theories suggest that the manuscript may have been created by an early alchemist or scholar seeking to record esoteric knowledge. One possibility is that the manuscript was created during the Renaissance, a time when alchemical experiments were rampant and many scholars sought to understand the natural world through mystical symbols. Others have proposed that the manuscript may be linked to the famous astrologer and alchemist John Dee, who served as an advisor to Queen Elizabeth I. Dee was known for his work in cryptography and astrology, and some believe that the Voynich Manuscript may be connected to his secret research. However, there is no direct evidence to support this theory. There are also theories that the manuscript may have been created by someone seeking to preserve a lost or forbidden knowledge. Some believe it was created as a form of coded communication for an exclusive group, and its purpose was to protect certain secrets from falling into the wrong hands. Another theory, though more far-fetched, suggests that the manuscript could be of extraterrestrial origin. Some enthusiasts have speculated that the strange symbols could be a form of alien communication, though this theory has largely been dismissed by mainstream scholars. In recent years, new technologies have opened up fresh avenues for studying the Voynich Manuscript. With the help of computers and artificial intelligence, researchers are now able to analyze the manuscript with greater precision than ever before. Machine learning algorithms have been used to identify patterns in the manuscript's text, and some researchers believe that these patterns may hold the key to understanding its meaning. However, even with the assistance of cutting-edge technology, no breakthroughs have been made. Some researchers have also turned to statistical analysis, trying to match the text to known linguistic structures. However, the manuscript's irregularities make it resistant to these efforts, leaving the mystery largely unsolved. Despite the failure to crack the code, interest in the Voynich Manuscript remains strong. Every new attempt to decode the manuscript brings us one step closer to unraveling its secrets, though whether we will ever truly understand it remains uncertain. The Voynich Manuscript continues to captivate our imaginations and elude our understanding. For centuries, it has remained an enigma, its language undeciphered, its illustrations cryptic, and its purpose unknown. While theories abound, no definitive answers have emerged. But perhaps that is what makes the Voynich Manuscript so enduring. It challenges our understanding of language, of history, and of knowledge itself. It reminds us that despite all our advancements, there are still mysteries in the world that defy explanation. As we continue to study the manuscript, one thing remains certain. The mystery of the Voynich Manuscript is far from over, and its secrets may one day reveal truths we can scarcely imagine.